Good afternoon guys, and welcome back to Spoony Life Lover. It's been a while since I've done a kind of sit down video, but if you watch my vlogs you know that I've not been very well, still not very well, hence why I look like a complete state, so do forgive the appearance. But I'm not one of those YouTubers that puts a face full of makeup on just to come on and do a video. Me in my pyjamas, I don't care. I'm not, not that I've got anything against those, because I totally haven't, but that's just not me. So housekeeping out the way first. I've got a drink here, just because my mouth is so dry due to medication. I've got a spot. We all get spots, let's just ignore the spot. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I just wanted to say as well, welcome to my new subscribers. Hi guys, thank you so much for subscribing, it means the world. Please do continue to leave some lovely friendly comments down below. I love interacting with you guys and it means the world to me, so please do continue and welcome to the family. So as you can tell by the title of this video, this is a book related video, which I know some of my new subscribers have asked for, and I haven't done one for ages because I looked through my channel recently and I realised that one, I hadn't done a sit down video, and two, I hadn't done a book related video for so long. So today's video is going to be like my favourite reads of, I'm not going to say summer because summer's not over yet, but it's just like the last, say, 2 months, 3 months. This is what I've read. These are like my top 6 reads. That's handy. Top 6 reads that I've really enjoyed and would recommend to you. So I'm going to do this one first just because my mum's reading it and I don't want to lose her place because she will kill me. So I've got this out of her drawer, so I'm going to start with this one and then I can go and put this back and just pray. I'm going to look at what page number it is. 65, so I don't lose because she will kill me. So this book I bought in Asda for £2. I thought it was going to be one of them little crappy reads that, you know, you just kind of read and don't really think much of it, but I ended up buying another one by this author in the works. I ended up buying another one of these books by her in the works, and I read this one first and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Because I've been in a lot of pain with my gallstones, I've wanted something that's really grabbed me, and this was one of them. So this is Linda Green, While My Eyes Were Closed. So this is a thriller. So there's the back if it's focused. Yeah, there you go. Pause and read if you want to, guys. This was brilliant. It really got me gripped. It is about child abduction, but it's not in a bad way. Sorry, I've had to open the window because I is sweating because of the morphine. I am sweating. So I'll read you the blurb of every book just so that you well, no, I'm not going to read you the blurb of every book because otherwise I'll be here all day. In an instant you can lose everything. Clever, compelling. This is a brave story which is touching and real right down to the final word. It is about child abduction, but it's not bad. No harm comes to the child, like she doesn't die, the child, spoiler alert, but it is really, really twisty and turny. Highly recommend this. If you can pick this up, like I said, I got it in my Asda Living for £2 and I highly recommend it. I can't wait to read the next one because it was really good. It was split into character names. So this chapter is Matthew, and it is really well written. The characters, you can't help but love the characters. They really grab you, pull you in, make you really intrigued about their life and their story. Loved it. Would highly recommend that you go out and pick anything up by Linda Green. I mean, I'm not saying all of their books are amazing because I've only read one, but this one, loved it. So that's the first one. So the next one I have read that I really enjoyed is Claire Douglas, Do Not Disturb. Now, I love Claire Douglas. I read everything that comes out of hers. In fact, I've just bought her new one, Then She Vanishes. So just bought that. So highly looking forward to reading that one. But yeah, this one was amazing. Like, yeah, really got, I'm just recapping myself because it was a while ago that I read it. Yeah, really good. Highly recommend you read this. Dark, twisty, turny. Yeah, really, really good book. Again, Claire Douglas makes you fall in love with the characters. Her writing is really descriptive, really gets you hooked. If you're not a thrillery type of person, then she has got quite a few books that I would recommend you starting with to see if you could get into thrillers. And one of those books is Local Girl Missing. That is a really good book to start with, if you, because it's pretty easy going. And then Last Seen Alive, that's really good as well. So if you want to try a thriller, give Claire Douglas a go, because she's quite approachable as a thriller. She's not too intense as a thriller writer, so give her a go and see what you think of her books, because I really love her and I can't wait to read Then She Vanishes by her as well. So this was one of my favourites, and yeah, loved this. So the next one, I've got two by the same author. Now, if you've been, oh god, I'm really hot. It's the morphine, guys, it's the morphine. If you've been following my channel for a while, a lot of you will know that Leslie Pierce is one of my all-time favourite authors. If you watched my all-time favourite author book video I did about 2 years ago, then you will know that Leslie Pierce is up there. She really is. So this is her second newest book, called The House Across the Street. I adored this. Oh my god, I adored this. It's a very long blurb, so you might have to Google the blurb of this, but it is I would call it more of a mystery than a thriller. It's not a thriller, it's a mystery book. It's like a what happens to this girl and what happens in this house. It is very, 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 very good. I give this 5 out of 5. Totally love it. Leslie Pierce's writing, oh god, genius writing, intriguing, captivating, absorbing. I cannot just explain how much I love Leslie Pierce's books. This one is brilliant. I highly recommend that you pick this up. It now comes in paperback, but I bought this when it first came out because she's my bae. I had to buy it when it first came out. Same with her newest one. As soon as I see it on the shelf, it's mine. So this is now available in paperback, and I'm sure it's available on Kindle and all of that if you like all that kind of stuff. But this, totally recommend it. I think I read this in about 4 days flat, which is good for me, and I devoured it. It was so good. My mum then read it and she said the same. Absolutely captivating, stunning read, really worth going there. Really loved that. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I've had to put the fan on, guys, because I am just really hot. I'm taking morphine on top of my fentanyl, so it's making me hot. So the next one by Leslie Pierce is her brand newest one, You'll Never See Me Again. Now this is set in the 1800s, so if you like your sagas, your historical novels, you're going to love this. Again, I couldn't put this down. It was so genius, the writing, the ideas. I'd love to know where she gets her ideas from, because to get an idea like this in there and put it to paper, how beautifully she does that is just, it's captivating. Like, it really is captivating. Again, the cover really drew me to this. Her covers are really amazing, as with The House Across the Street. The covers are just stunning and just really pull me in. So yeah, this one was about set in Devon, 1917. So I was wrong, actually. It's 1900s. Young Betty dreams of settling down to an ordinary life in Howson's with her fisherman husband, but when he returns broken and haunted from the Great War, she finds herself persecuted by his distraught mother and yearns to escape. It's only when a storm devastates the village that Betty sees her chance. Fleeing to Bristol and changing her name to Mabel Brooke, she sees a new life, only to discover Destiny has other plans. Penniless and alone, Mabel suffers a brutal attack before being rescued by a psychic named Nora Nightingale. She gets her first taste of those who receive messages from the dead and realises she may have this power herself. But Mabel fears her gift may be a terrible curse, as it becomes even harder to hide the truth about who she once was and the tragic life she left behind. Soon Mabel realises her own message and receives her own message and is forced back to the very place she has escaped from, a place of heartbreak and perhaps even murder. But to secure her future, Mabel must confront her past for one last time. So if you love your historical novels, your sagas, go and pick this up, guys. Totally loved it, devoured it. Quite a thick book, knocking on 400 pages nearly. Loved it, couldn't put it down, highly recommend it, 5 out of 5 again. Loved it. Then another kind of saga writer who I love, one of my all-time favourites, had this book on my shelf, and I'm not joking you, for probably knocking on 4 years, and I finally got round to reading it because I've got one more that I must show you, sorry, as well, that's just popped into my head by her as well. I read this, not this one, the one I've just grabbed off my shelf first, and I thought I'd just craving another book by her, and had this one on my shelf, and I just read it and again loved it, and that is Rosie Goodwin. She's one of my favourites. Again, she's a saga writer. This is called A Rose Among Thorns, and this is set in the 1800s. I definitely remember that, 1870 this is set. And yeah, it's very, very, very powerful novel. There you go, if you want to pause and read. Very powerful novel about a woman who is just trying to find her way in the world, and is just very strong, well written. Again, totally makes you fall in love with the characters, makes you concerned about them, wants to find out what happened to them. Totally recommend this. This is an old book now. I mean, this, as you can see, has been read many a times before I read it, and I probably got this at either my local hospital or a charity shop, but this was first published in 2009, so it's an older book. But if you can see this anywhere, or order it on Amazon if you want to, you know, go by my recommendation, I give this 4.5 out of 5. Totally worth a read. I wasn't bored, I was captivated. So many twists and turns for a saga. Loved it, absolutely loved it. And like I say, Rosie Goodwin, it's one of my all-time favourites, and yeah, you can see it's been well loved. So totally loved that. And another one by Rosie Goodwin, this was one of her, this is her, not her newest one, but the one before her newest one. I do have a newest one, but I haven't read it yet, and this is called it's a bit dusty, need to dust. Well, I have dust, but I just haven't took all the books off in a while. So this is Rosie Goodwin's The Blessed Child, and this is one of, if you're familiar with Rosie Goodwin, you will know she's doing at the moment the what is it called, from blank, the Days of the Week collection. So in the Days of the Week collection, you have Mothering Sunday, The Little Angel, A Mother's Grace, The Blessed Child, and then A Maiden's Voyage, which is her newest one. But yeah, this was really good. 1864 again, so a really good historical novel. Lots of twists and turns, lovable, likeable characters who just drew you in, made you care about them, and yeah, totally captivating in the way she writes and projects her feelings onto the page. Like, she just gets you and makes you just want to pick up and read every single page. Down here is the Days of the Week. I don't know if it's focusing because I can't see. So these are the, let me see if I can put it. Is it focusing? These are the Days of the Week books down there. It's probably not focused, but there you go, they're little collections down there. Highly recommend those if you want to start with Rosie Goodwin, but she has written an awful lot of books. So she's written all of those and those as well. So she's written a lot of books, so you've got plenty to choose from. I'm sure there's something in there that will tickle your fancy, and if I was to just say to you pick one and read it, it would either be, that's really hard, there's two actually, Yesterday's Shadows or Whispers. So give those a go. If you're new to Rosie Goodwin, just pick any of hers up and just give it a go. If you love your sagas, love your historical novels, she's your girl. Give her a go. And then the last one, which is very, very new out. No, I don't like Love Island. I just wanted a bottle with my name on it. Simple as that. Not that I've got anything against anyone that does love Love Island. I just don't, but I love that bottle. So, again, one of my all-time favourite thriller writers is Lisa Youll. And this is her newest book, which is currently #1 in the charts, called The Family Upstairs. Now this had me going. How can I say it without, this is a weird book. What I mean by weird is, from the blurb at the back, I was expecting to read a very, very different story to what I actually got. So I'll read you the blurb of this one, but don't expect too much. But I don't mean that in a don't expect a great story, because you will get a great story, but just don't, how can I put it, don't expect too much from the blurb. Just don't make your mind up before you've read it. So, in a large house in London's fashionable Chelsea, a baby is awake in her cot, well fed and cared for. She is happily waiting for someone to pick her up. In the kitchen lie 3 decomposing corpses. Close to them is a hastily scrawled note. They've been dead for several days. Who's been looking after the baby? Where did they go? 2 entangled families, a house with the darkest of secrets, a compulsive new thriller by Lisa Youll. I'll leave you to make your own mind up about what you would expect from that blurb, but it's very different to the story I actually got. But the story I actually got, I really enjoyed reading. It was weird to start with, but then totally had me hooked and really enjoyed it. And by the end, couldn't put it down, thoroughly enjoyed it. But it was very different. Yeah, quite a thick book, again, knocking 446 to be precise, pages. But really, really good, captivating book. Exactly what I need at the moment with this pain, and just something to grab me in. Just started another one called The Rumour by Leslie Cara. That's out at the moment. Brilliant, like totally brilliant. That's a thriller, totally love that too. But yeah, this, brilliant. I would give this 4 stars out of 5, so it's brilliant. So yeah guys, there you have it. That is my top summer like top reads of the last 3 months. That's what I've been enjoying reading. So it's a real mixture of thriller, saga, historical novel. I'm still between those 2 sort of genres. Still got some of my crime going on in there. I've got some Peter James still to read. I've got some Josephine Cox I've just bought. So I'm really between those 2 genres at the moment, and that's fine by me. Loving those. I love a bit of a change every now and then. Really enjoying them. Oh hello, where are you going? We haven't finished yet. Totally love it. You know, if you're really struggling for a book at the moment and want to pick one of these, what would I tell you? To go for one of the Leslie Pierces. One of the Leslie Pierces, because they are really good and I love her. She will always be my #1. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video guys. I hope I've given you some reading inspiration, something to get your teeth into. If you haven't picked up a book in a while, why not? What's wrong with you, you crazy person? Go out and pick up a book. Go and pick up a magazine. I'm a great advocate for reading. It gets your mind going, keeps your mind active. yeah, it's great for the imagination, great all round, good for the health, good for the mind, good for the mental health. Just go and pick up a book, a magazine, anything you want to read, a short story online, whatever it is, go and do it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please as always give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and leave a friendly comment down below, and I really hope you come back for more. I do weekly vlogs and they are normally uploaded about between 4 and 6 p.m. on a Monday, and I'm vlogging pretty much all the time, all through my chronic illnesses. And yeah, come and join the family. Come and be one of the Spoony Life lovers. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a lovely weekend and I will see you really soon. Lots of love.